Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My video is visible, sir?
Yes, Vivek.
Yeah,
Yes.
thanks. So, good evening, all. Dear students, so we are delighted to announce that Vidyadhan and Dr. Rajkumar Academy for Civil Services are coming together to organize a webinar on general orientation for UPSC. This webinar aims to create awareness among students about the numerous opportunities available in the government services and the path to crack UPSC examination. We understand that lack of knowledge about the various opportunities can sometimes act as a bottleneck in achieving your goals. With this webinar, we aim to bridge that gap and provide you with valuable insights into the world of civil services and the UPSC examination. The UPSC examination is known for its rigorous and competitive nature, but it also offers incredible opportunities to serve the nation and make a positive impact on society. By attending this webinar, you will gain a better understanding of the exam pattern, preparation strategies, and the various career options available in the civil services. Our esteemed speakers will include experienced bureaucrats and subject matter experts who will share their personal experiences, tips, and advice to help you navigate the UPSC journey effectively. You will have the opportunity to interact with them during the question and answer sessions and clarify any doubts you may have. So remember, knowledge is power, and we firmly believe that every student deserves a fair chance to achieve their goals. Let's together break the barriers of ignorance and pave the way for a brighter future. We look forward to your active participation in the webinar. Now, I would like to invite Devi Srinidhi, our Vidyadhan student, to present the welcome address.
A very good evening to everyone. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you're audible, Srinidhi.
Yeah. A very warm welcome to all of you. We are delighted to have you here today as we come together for UPSC education. I am honored to stand before you as we begin this agenda with a stellar lineup of distinguished personalities who have graced us with their presence. We have the privilege of having Mr. Prakar Pandey, a dedicated government servant from the esteemed government of Uttar Pradesh, whose relentless efforts have contributed to the progress and welfare of the people. Joining us from the renowned Dr. Rajkumar Academy of Civil Services in Bangalore is a team of exceptional individuals who have played a pivotal role in nurturing the next generation of civil service aspirants. Their dedication to shaping young minds and producing future leaders is truly commendable. We are honored to have Meera Ma'am, the National Program Director at SDF Vidyadhan, whose vision and guidance have driven transformative initiatives towards social development and progress. In the presence of Pankaj Sir, the Principal Consultant at SDF, we are privileged to witness an expertise and experience that have led us to reach success. Lastly, a special welcome to the heart of today's event, the Vidyadhan students and the Vidyadhan team members. The Vidyadhan program has been a beacon of hope for countless individuals seeking quality education and a chance to fulfill their dreams. Your perseverance and dedication inspire us all. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you will have a wonderful and enjoyable time. Together, let us embrace this occasion with open hearts and open minds. Let us celebrate the journey of learning, growth, and empowerment. And let us take this opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to the noble cause of education and social progress. Thank you.
Thank you, Devi Srinidhi, for the warm welcoming. Now we can go to the next spot. I would like to call Mr. Prakar Pandey to share his journey to civil services under a personal experience in the civil services journey. He got placement in MNC, got selected as Chief Municipal Officer, Municipal Administration in Karnataka Administrative Service 2011 batch, and worked for 4.5 years as Executive Officer, Ministry of Home Affairs in Government of India, and worked for 2 years as Officer in Commercial Taxes and GST Department in Karnataka Administrative Services 2015 batch, and worked as Assistant Registrar, Department of Cooperatives, Government of Karnataka in 2017 batch, and working as Dasildar in Uttar Pradesh Public Service Commission 2020 batch and got selected as Deputy SP in rank 1 in UP PECS 2022 batch. Sir, please.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Sorry, I don't have the luxury like you all to sit in an AC room because since our job requires us to be always on move, so I'm on move. But since this was a commitment, I would love to interact with you all. Rupali ma'am, good evening. Good evening to all the students out there. Good evening, Puvetan ji.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Ma'am, now can I just have information? I'm sorry because in between I cut that information. Can I know the standards of students, like they are in which standard they are in, like currently they are pursuing what?
I think we will send you answer that.
Vivek, I think all belong to degree, right?
Yes, sir. So all the students are degree ongoing students and degree completed students. Many of the students are going to appear in 2024 and 25 prelims, sir.
Right, fine. Okay, fine, then fine, that's okay. Then good. See, dear students, now we already have a very great team to guide you pertaining to what is preliminary examination, what is mains examination, what is interview, all that is there. But that should not be my forte at this point in time. I would like to talk about the government examination and what are the various opportunities you people would be having with you. Okay. Now, dear students, first thing you need to understand that what are you really aiming for? You are aiming for the most prestigious examination on this earth. I'm saying on this earth. You don't even imagine what an power an IAS or IPS officer have. See, we tend to daily interact with them. I myself is an officer from past 10 years of my preparation who has cleared 8 examinations different, as someone was introducing to me. So nothing comes free of cost, as the saying goes, or there is a saying that without risk, you don't even get a risk. So same way here also, to get that thing, what all has been my journey or what that civil servant requires to be successful for this examination, I would like to talk about. Now, the first thing is, yes, see, dear students, one thing I may think that few of you would be thinking that this is going to be a very boring experience, but always remember, king is always a king and there can be only one king. So among all your degree holders, there can be only 1, 2, or 3 aspirants who go on to become a civil servant, and you would be the role model for the entire school, college, or your fraternity. So I would be most excited to ensure that those 2 or 3 people who really want to be civil servant, if they are able to understand what am I going to speak about. I won't be taking much of your time, 10, 15 minutes, that's it. Now, first thing is, now, for example, if I want to wage a war, there are certain things I should be very pretty clear. Now, what are those things? First thing is, I should be knowing who my opponent or enemy is. First thing is that. Secondly, I should also understand the strength of the opposite person. Now, for example, if a mosquito is biting me, and if I'm using AK-56, AK-47 to shoot a mosquito, then I'm the biggest fool on earth. Same way, if a terrorist is opposite me, and if I'm using my hands, clapping my hands to make them go away, that is not going to happen. So to clear any examination, the first thing you need to understand, what is the level of this examination? And secondly, what is the ammunition you need to have? So dear students, that there are 3 most important weapons one should always have to clear any government examination, right from Group D to Group A. So there are different categories of government examination: Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D. So Group A is the highest level, that is at the top level. Group B, we have the next level. Group C, and that Group D, we have the down level. Now, dear students, first thing, the most important weapon which you should have is that dedication. Now, see, when I say dedication, it means that burning desire which you have in you to get recognized in the society. Now, I'll give you an example. I'm in a public space. To be very frank with you, I'm in a public space, but I've been given an access to a lawn, in the sense open green lawn, for the only reason because I'm a respectable government officer. So for me here, what is my salary? What is my wealth? No one is bothered. But what is my designation? That is why is making me different from rest of the crowd. So opposite me, there are hundreds of crowds, but I am being recognized for the only reason because I have a designation of being a government officer. Now, to get this designation and to get recognized always in the society, see, you as a government officer, wherever you go, you are always respected in the society. To be respected in the society, you need to have the designation. And to get the designation, you need to have the dedication level. So the first thing is burning desire. How much burning desire you have inside you to see, because this is not a cakewalk examination wherein you prepare for 2 months and then clear this examination. If you are seriously preparing for this examination, minimum year required for this examination is 2 years. See, don't get swayed away by that someone cleared this examination at the age of 22. That is just 0.1% of the scenario. And that too happens when someone, let's say we give an example always, Tina Dhabi ma'am, she cleared at the age of 21. But do you know her background? She started preparing for her examination from 10th standard itself. Her parents were IES officers, and she chose her subject in such a manner. Now, for example, most of us choose electronics engineering or computer science, but she chose something which is directly relevant from the examination, like public administration topic or polity, economy. Now, she chose such a way that automatically at that age of 21, she had cleared entire syllabus, what is needed to crack. So it is all about the dedication she had. So first thing is that burning desire. So it may take 2 years, it may take 3 years, it may take 4 years. So you need to be having that constant desire in you to crack this examination. So first thing is dedication. Next is hard work with smart work. Now, dear friends, today, now, earlier what was happening is you sit for 10 hours, 12 hours and you crack this examination. But what has happened is off late, UPSC has become very, very smart. If you look at this year's UPSC prelims question paper, see, earlier what was happening is if I knew one option, I could eliminate the other three, or if I knew two options, I could eliminate the other two. But now what has UPSC done is they want you to be much more prepared, and that's the reason they have given all the options are correct, only one option is correct, only two option is correct. That means your level of preparation required is much more in deeper manner. So here, hard work plus smart work. Now someone may ask you, sir, what do you really mean by smart work? I'll give you an example so that you understand. Now see, for example, history part. So now in history part, you have ancient history, medieval history, modern history, and world history. Now let's take an example. I'm giving this year's UPSC examination. I give you an example. Now, since I'm a working officer, I do not have time to study. Then what I'll do, I'll be very smart. So I'll be choosing which area to give emphasis upon and how much time to invest upon. Now, since I have very less time, rather than preparing for ancient history, medieval history, I will only concentrate upon modern history. Now you can ask me, sir, why is that you chose modern history? Because if I go through the previous year question paper, I'll figure out that most of the questions which are coming are from modern history. Now that is very, very important thing which you need to understand is once you are thorough about the previous year question paper which is being asked, then you realize that which segment you have to concentrate upon. Dear students, please remember one thing. You are not coming here to become a historian, geography, geologist, or public administration expert, or you're becoming junior Lakshmikant. You're just coming here to understand the basic nuances of this examination. So that's why don't become master of the subjects. You have to become jack of all trades, but master of none. So that means I have to invest time on something which is going to give me dividends. If I read 20 hours ancient history and it is giving me only one question, and if I read 20 hours modern history and if it is giving me 4 questions, then I would concentrate on modern history. So same way, going forward, whichever examination you are concentrating upon, please go through the previous year question paper. Now, when you go through the previous year question paper, you realize that which segment is given due emphasis. Now, for example, you are preparing simultaneously for KPSC, and you find that in KPSC, the Karnataka history questions are also being asked. So then you'll prepare for Karnataka history. So the strategy would remain the same, but slight deviation from the main core will help you to gain through it. And thirdly is your sacrifice. Now, dear friends, what do you mean by your sacrifice? See, dear friends, first of all, you don't even know what is the power of an IAS officer. Now, take an example. You know that there is some situation which is happening in Haryana. If people are aware about it, there is a scenario-like situation which is happening in Haryana. Now, the DM of the district or DC of the district has the power to close down the entire district. You have, when you become IAS officer through the stroke of your pen, you can change the lives of millions of people, not 10,000s or millions of people. Tomorrow you become DC of Bangalore, entire 2 crore population, you have the power to take a call on what should be the strategy. So now when you are having power to change or bring changes in the impact in the lives of millions of people, will it be an easy ride? Obviously, no. So it is about the sacrifice. To meet any successful people, go through their any web talks or go through this, any successful people would have the huge sacrifice which has been following them. Now, sacrifice here, I don't expect you to be I don't expect you to become Lord Buddha and all. But yes, what is that sacrifice I would expect from you is, if you're very serious about your task, hereafter you should only do things which will help you to become an IAS officer or KAS officer. For example, I have the habit of going every second day on pub. So I'll ask myself, will going to pub help me to become an IAS officer? If the answer is no, I would never do it. So dear friends, now, sir, at this age, you are avoiding me to not to go to pub. See, dear friends, once you become an IAS officer, the owners of the pub would be standing in front of you asking for, sir, please, why don't you visit for 2 minutes? It would be our privilege. So the entire district entertainment office, right from that pub, including issuance of license, would be under your control. So you decide what do you want. You want to enjoy. See, if you're enjoying your life for temporary phase now, you would suffer for maximum phase of life. But if you're sacrificing for next 3 years, for next 40 years, you will live the life of a king or a queen. So you decide whether you want a temporary success or you want something, or temporary pleasure, or you want lifelong pleasure. And once you achieve this success, not only you are recognized in the society, your entire family. So this is very, very important that you need to understand this aspect. Now, see, dear friends, one more thing is you need to cultivate the habit of reading newspaper. Now, yes, most of us now have the habit of going through Instagram, YouTube. See, one thing, if someone has put Instagram video, let's say Virat Kohli has put Instagram video, you are more excited about where is he holidaying. Now, you should ask yourself, what is he that you are going to get? If Shah Rukh Khan's Jawan trailer has come, we are the most excited to watch his trailer. He is earning billions of rupees. What are we earning here? So please understand your priorities now. Tomorrow you become an IAS officer, you become DC Mumbai, DM Mumbai, you can meet all the actors, you can attend even the Filmfare Awards. So you can pursue your hobbies all together later on, but at this point in time, you have to wait. See, as Jawaharlal Nehru, our first prime minister, he said that everything else can wait, but not agriculture when India got independence. So same thing, everything else can wait, but not your sacrifice. So you need to sacrifice to such an extent that accept your goal, nothing else. So arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. So you have to concentrate upon that aspect. Secondly, so we have team of Dr. Rajkumar Academy, those who will always be there regarding, they'll help you to formulate a timetable. You need to know your timetable. How do you go about it? What should be the morning? See, now you need to understand your sine wave brain. So your brain works like a sine wave. So at certain point in time, you'll have peak phase, certain time you'll have dull phase. So when you're at the peak phase, you should study the tougher subjects. When you're at the dull phase, you have to study the weak subjects or subjects which you are not comfortable. So now you have to figure out strategies. I'll give you one more example so that you understand. The difference between success and failure is very, very feeble or very, very minute thing. Now, if I ask you who was the fastest sprinter on the earth, most of us know that it was Usain Bolt with 9.69 or 9.79 seconds. That's immaterial now. Now, if I ask you who was the second fastest sprinter on the earth, most of us doesn't know. And the difference between Usain Bolt and the second person was just 0.0003 milliseconds. So what am I trying to say? The difference between success and failure is so minute. Whole world knows Usain Bolt, but no one knows who is the second best. So this is life all about. So please understand. So you have to strategize in the right manner. What is the difference between success and failure is all about your strategy. So strategize rather than investing your time on hard work. Also invest time on how do you groom your personality? How do you groom? You have to focus on your weak areas. That is how you can build upon. Every day watch motivational videos. Why do you? Who should be a role model? The service which you want to do, he should be a role model. Akshay Kumar, Salman Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, or actors shouldn't be a role model. The role model should be like, yes, he is helping me to become this. Now, for example, you want to be an IAS officer. please figure out who is that IAS officer who has always been great to you. So this is how you will be able to do wonders. Is it fine? So now, see, now actually I can speak for hours together. Very shortly, I'll be visiting your place and I'll give time to it. So now, anyways, my team is that they will continue it forward. Looking forward, see, because what happens is now, because there is Puvendan, there is Rupali ma'am, they'll take it to you step by step. What is prelims, what is mains, what is this? I will, Rupali madam, ma'am, you can share my number also, Telegram number. These people, if they have any doubt, they can ask me through WhatsApp also. I'll be able to reply to them. Sorry, I have to cut short this session because I have to leave somewhere. Is it fine?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
Please share my number. The student can, if they have any doubt pertaining to civil service preparation, anything, they can ask me. I have nothing secret, like don't share my number. Let them drop text message, WhatsApp message. I'm ready to talk to them. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Thank you all for this great.
Sir, 1 minute. So Pandit sir, thank you so much for joining. I think Puvendan also would like to see that. Also,
Yeah.
Vikas and Vivek, I have to tell you, sir was a topper in Karnataka. He's from UP, but from here he cleared the KS. He went to UP. He cleared
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನನ್ನ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ 20 ವರ್ಷ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಸಮ್ ಸರ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ಟಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ಮೂವ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಮೈ ಹೌಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಹೋಪ್ಫುಲಿ ಐ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸೂನ್ ದೇರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಓಕೆ, ಐಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್
exam and is the DYSP now. So Pandey sir, we cannot be more proud of you. Govindan, you want to add something?
My ma'am, no, ma'am, that's fine, ma'am. You are the boss there. You have said that's more than enough for me, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, Meera ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Maybe Govindan, you may want to start in that case. If there is anything, is there some itinerary agenda that you have?
No, ma'am. We can move to the next part, ma'am.
So, Vivek, can you give me?
Yeah, sure, sir. So, dear students, thanks Pandey sir for his inspirational story. Now, I would like to welcome Mrs. Rupali Chauhan, Administrative Head, Mr. Puvendan, UPSC Mentor, and Mr. Akshay, UPSC Mentor, and the team members from Dr. Rajkumar Academy for Civil Services to give the general orientation for Vidyadhan students. Sir, please, sir.
Thank you, Vivek. Puvendan sir is on a mission to Labasna, so he really wants to have as many people in India probably have an early start to preparation, like how Pandey sir just mentioned. Tina Dabi, it looks like she got in the first attempt All India rank 1 at a very early stage, but the preparation would have started, when she was in 10th standard. So our effort is also in that direction, and Puvendan sir is really, giving his best to get as many early aspirants as possible into this cycle. So wish you, great success. I will go in the back seat now, and I will let Puvendan sir talk about the entire UPSC journey, exam pattern, and all of that. So take it on, Puvendan.
Thank you,
ma'am.
So before starting, I would like to thank Dr. Rajkumar Academy for giving me this opportunity, and also I would like to thank Meera ma'am, National Program Director at SDF Vidyadhan, and Pankaj Tripathi sir, Principal Consultant at SDF Vidyadhan, to have a great initiative to give lights to the young aspirants to do their IAS dream. Okay, let me share, and I'm going to share with you importance of this civil service examination, and what kind of strategy that you can put, and how you can start your preparation. So complete a package I'm going to give, but in short. I'm not going to take much of your time. I can understand it's a evening time, and it's really I appreciate you guys that you are staying and also wanted to get some new thing to start your journey. Let's begin the session. Vivek, can you give me a co-host or host something?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Hello, sir.
So while Puvendan sir brings up the screen and starts sharing, I want to ask the aspirants who have joined this session, do you know the full form of Labasna? Can anyone raise their hand or put in the chat window? I don't know, Vivek, whether you want people to unmute and say, what is Labasna? Is it a word by itself or is it a full form of something? Have you heard about it?
Just I searched, ma'am.
Okay, Vibhuti, good. So what did you hear after searching? What did you see?
Shastri, something, ma'am. Administrative training, something.
Yeah, you have to read the whole thing, Vibhuti. What is that? Because since you said I have just searched, so just read what it is.
Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy for Administration, Labasna.
And just for those who have joined here, so once aspirants clear all the 3 stages of the examination and get, their posting, they are sent to the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy, Administration Academy for their training. Snehalata, would you please mind muting yourself? Okay. So this is the place where I think all the aspirants would love to go as a destination because that's where you get trained after clearing all the exams. So I think that's why this particular program in Dr. Rajkumar Academy is called Mission Labasna. LBSNAA. That's the Labasna. Okay, Govindan, do you want to? You're not yet shared.
Yes, ma'am. Still, I'm not. Vivek, can you please give me host?
Yeah, sir, just 1 minute, sir.
Yeah, I want to share the screen.
And do you know, so does anyone know where is this Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration located?
Sorry.
Mussoorie, yes. Very good. So maybe you can raise your hands and tell how many people can are really, looking forward to going to the Labasna Monday. Yeah, we see quite a few good number of hands. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, we can see your screen now, Govindan. Take it on. Go into the shared mode and present it.
Thank you. Right. So, as we discussed about Mission Labasna, Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy for Administration, where the IAS officers used to get trained by the government of India, and there they get shape and they were delivered to the nation to give a great service to the nation, right? And this session is about UPSC Civil Services examination. Preparing of this examination, what are all the other exam that you can appear for? Apart from that, a few details that I'm going to share regarding the steps of the examination and how you can appear and when you can appear and what kind of foundation can be taken for this particular course, all those things that we are going to discuss. So I'll start up with Swami Vivekananda. He's a great personality in Indian history, and also he's like icon of youngsters in our country. So the famous quote by him: "Arise, awake, and stop not until the goal is reached." So if you are setting up your goal, you're supposed to do the 3 things, that is arise, awake, and do not stop yourself to reach your goal. And goals can be categorized into 2 types, that is short as well as long term. Your UPSC, it is considered as a long term journey, because once you become an IAS, it doesn't mean that there is no need to study. It is like complete learning process. So let us initiate. Before starting, I would like to talk about Dr. Rajkumar Academy for Civil Services. The academy started in the year of 2017 by Dr. Rajkumar's family, and it was a cause during that time period, we wanted to serve the society. And now we are on the process to make awareness about the civils among the socio-economic background community, and also to provide awareness to the students who want to pursue their dream in terms of the civil services. So this is the first inauguration which happened during the year of 2017. Later on, 2021, our youth icon of Karnataka, Dr. Punit Rajkumar sirs, come up with the initiation of Rajkumar's Learning app, which provides a lot of free courses to the candidates who's pursuing for multiple government examination as well. Then recently we got an award in terms of India Achievers Award on April 29th of 2023 with the excellence of providing service to the socio-economic background. Then it's a recent felicitation 2022 results, and the toppers from our academy from GS test series and PGP, that is personality guidance program. So 11 candidates who cracked their IAS and IPS, different services they got for this particular year, 2022. Then the felicitation for the state service, around 70 plus officers got selected in the state service who got their coaching from our academy, which was felicitated by the Chief Minister, then Chief Minister last year. So it is about the felicitation of KPSC. Then it's our team. So the complete team of Rajkumar Academy for Civil Services, which contains the founder, co-founder, and the faculties and the team members, everybody together here. So we'll start with UPSC. I think you guys are aware about UPSC, right? You just raise your hands. There is no need to unmute and speak. Just raise your hands. How many of you in this session are aware about this UPSC? Okay. Great. Good numbers. UPSC is a central board, Union Public Service Commission, conducts multiple examinations to write your services, different type of services all over India. So we need to understand one thing, particularly many aspirants wanted to pursue their IAS, and UPSC means they think only it's IAS. Yes, it's a majority, that is first place. But what are the other opportunities that you can go ahead? See, because many candidates are coming to me and they're asking, sir, we are preparing for this examination. We couldn't able to clear, crack, and what has to be done. Everything is after this, after they start their preparation. The intention of this session is that you need to get a complete idea and clarity related to how you can start your preparation. That is the intention, right? So now moving towards the next one, about the Iron Man of India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, because he is the one who united our country right after the independence. So he referred the civil servants as the steel frame of India. Why we used to call them as a steel frame of India? Because about the schemes which given by the government, respectively state as well as center, the civil servants used to frame the policies, and even for the budget as well. The finance minister used to dictate the budget in the parliament, but the budget were made by the secretary of the finance ministry. So you're going to play a key role in terms of making policies for the government. That is going to be a welfare for the state. That is, the people will get welfare directly from your idea, directly from your initiative, with the support of the government, so that policies as well as multiple programs which framed by the government of India, the civil servants plays a key role, significant role, I can say. Right. So IAS, IPS, IFS, IAS, ICAS, multiple services are there. I'm going to tell you what all the services comes under which group. Okay, right. Now, before going into the services, you must aware about the eligibility. Am I audible? My voice is clear now? Am I audible now? Yeah.
That's clear, sir.
So you guys all, completed your degree and pursuing a degree. The basic qualification to appear for this examination, a candidate is supposed to graduate from any recognized university in India. And also based on the category, you do have different attempts and different age limits. Just go through the slide, you will get an idea. But while you are in the final year of your semester, During that time also you can apply for the examination, because when the time of appearing in the interview, you will be getting your degree certificate. So final year, final semester is the right time to apply for this examination. I'll tell you what are the benefit of getting into the service in the early age of, like, early age of some 21, 22. If you get into the service, then you will have a lot of benefits in the future. So next one, about the UPSC. Remember, Union Public Service Commission is a constitutional body as per our Indian Constitution, right? So, which is providing you the importance of taking a recruitment throughout our country. So they have the structure of recruiting the people through the 3 stages: prelims, mains, and interview. I always, tell to my candidates, whoever coming to me to know about the civil services examination, change the perspective of the stages. Prelims, mains, and interview, you need to understand UPS is going to check the 3A quality among the aspirants community. The preliminary examination is conducted by them to check the aptitude of the candidate, whether the candidate have that quality or not. The second one is about mains examination. The candidate used to have the proper knowledge of doing analysis from the basic towards the contemporary. If you're taking the caste system from your historical part and societal part, how you are applying into the contemporary, and how you are doing the analysis, understanding the problem, understanding the initiative taken by the government, and also what can be done to solve that problem in the future. This is called the structure of your mains answer. Then final stage is about your interview, that is attitude, to check your attitude, what kind of personality you are. So just change your perspective. Instead of keeping these 3 areas in your mind, that is prelims, mains, and interview, change the perspective of 3A concept: aptitude, analysis, and attitude. So that gives you more clarity, right? So candidates who qualify in all these 3 stages were posted into the different services which allocated by the UPSC board. Every year there are vacancies. 100% the examination is going to conduct by the UPSC board. So you just understand the steps: prelim, mains, as well as interview. Finally, you will come into the ranking list. So 3 categories of civil services. 3 categories of civil services. One is considered as All India services. Second one is list of Group A services central as well as Group B services for union territories. So IAS, IFS, and IPS. Here for forest service, separate examination. Now it is foreign service. So rank 1, rank 2, and rank 3. So these 3 services, which is known as All India services, you will be placed throughout India. And the group of A services, that is central services, like IFS, for example, I can give you the IRS, customs as well as income tax. So there you will be posted under the respective ministry. So you have more power and you will be directly reporting to the respective minister as well. Next, group B services, union territories, you will be having the all executive post of the union territories in 5 types. So armed forces, Delhi, Andaman and Nicobar Island, and Lakshadweep, Daman and Diu, all these places, and Pondicherry, civil as well as police services. Apart from that, if you are going to prepare for this UPSC examination, what are all the other examination you can appear? Remember, appearing for the government examination, 2 areas you need to focus. One is technical and another one is non-technical. Non-technical means irrespective of your subject specialization, whether you may come from the background of any part of degree, engineering, arts, commerce, science background, anybody can go and appear for this non-technical examination. Such IAS you can take, all other services you can take. Technical means you will be having the syllabus which confined by the UPSC in the format of your IAS examination. Add on to that, you have to add your technical background as well. For example, engineering services. If anybody is specialized in engineering, they can go for IAS examination. Then anybody is like from the medical, then they can go for combined medical services. Then about their specialization. So likewise, engineering services, geologist, special class railways apprentices exam, National Defense Academy, Combined Defense Services, SO, Central Police Forces. So multiple government examination you can write if you prepare for one examination, that is mother of all competitive examination, UPSC, CSC. Right. So you need to understand this a proper way, because more candidates are not knowing what exactly the benefit of preparing this civil services. According to me, I would like to suggest all the degree students to pursue this course because it makes you responsible citizen. First of all, knowing about what kind of society that we do live in, about our history, what exactly we did in the past, and what kind of economic activity that we are engaging in, what is the geographical future, features, that is, geopolitics of India, and how India is growing, about the population, about the society, everything, religious, diversification. So if you understand complete about your country, then it makes you responsible citizen. Automatically our country used to grow. That is the intention. Okay. Now, stage 1 is a preliminary examination. Here, multiple choice questions. As I told you, it is to check your aptitude. So from the static portion, along with the current affairs, they'll check you this. Okay. So the paper 1, which is popularly called as GS paper, General Studies. Again, there is no subject specialization of any background. You need to have a knowledge of all the subjects mentioned in your syllabus. So the events of national and international, that is current affairs of India and the world, geography, constitution, and what are the issues faced by our country, and the socio-economic development, research and development, scientific development. So such you can take core subjects: history, geography, economy, environment, and polity. Right. From this, you will be having 100 questions. Each question carries 2 marks, 200 is your score. So paper 2, which is known as CSAT. As I said, the first step to check your aptitude. So logical reasoning, comprehension, interpersonal, and numerical ability, to check your aptitude. Here, what you need to understand is this paper, which is known as qualifying in nature. This paper, you will be having 80 questions. Each question carries 2.5 marks. So 200 is your score. So each paper you're going to write 200, 2 hours they'll give duration, and both the paper will happen on same day. Right. So now coming to the part of the CSAT, aspirants, whoever appear for the civil services examination in the first stage, they need to clear this paper as a mandatory. So there you need to get 33% as a minimum pass percentage. That is 66 out of 200. Whatever the score you are getting here, it is not evaluated for your mains, only to evaluate your paper 1. And whatever the score that you are going to get in your preliminary paper 1, that is going to be calculated as a merit to mains examination. Right. So far, we started, knowing about the examination pattern. Everybody got idea, right? Just raise your hands. Just raise your hands that you are following me.
I had a question. Can this exam be written only in English and Hindi? How about other
and
local
one more
languages?
thing, make a note all of your queries. Last 15 minutes that we are going to interact, and whatever the question you guys have, you can ask us. Then we'll give you the clarification. Moving towards the next part, that is your mains
I would
examination.
suggest they can type the questions in the chat window. So
Yes.
I think whatever questions as Vidyadhan sir is speaking, please put that in the chat window. I think towards the end of the session, maybe one of us, Vivek, you can read the question.
Yes, that can be done. Just put all of your messages in chat box. We will read it out and we'll give you the answer by end of the session, right?
Yeah, that will be better.
Fine. Next, about the mains examination, it is descriptive. There, UPSC will check your analytical skill, that how you are taking up things and how you are comparing that with your contemporary issues, and how you are going to be a problem solver. Because UPSC ultimately, as Pandey sir mentioned, they don't want any specialized. They only wanted a candidate who can give a proper solution to the problem which is happening in the society. Right. So paper, here you will be writing 9 papers. In this 9 paper, 7 paper considered as merit paper, 2 papers considered as your language paper. So since civil services examination, after the results, The candidates who are getting the rank, they're going to get post all over India. So UPSC wanted to check their language proficiency. 2 papers to check your language proficiency. One is your regional language. Not all the regional languages of India. As per 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution, we do have 22 official languages. Out of that, one language you need to choose and write the language paper 1. Paper 2, it is about English. So one official language and one English. So 2 papers, 300 marks you need to write. So in this 300 mark, you need to score minimum pass percentage of 25. That is mandatory. You will be writing all the 9 papers in your mains examination, but the examiner will evaluate the language paper first. There you need to score 75 marks, that is 25%. Then only they'll evaluate rest of your 7 papers. And whatever score that you are getting in your language paper, it is not going to be calculated for your final score. The score you are going to get in 7 papers, that is going to be calculated for your final. So as per that, the merit paper, which is known as first paper known as essay writing. Here you need to write 2 essays for 1200 as a word limit. And remember, essay writing it's not like how you do in your school or colleges. You are going to have a topic from the UPSC. 2 sections will be there. 8 questions they'll give. Out of that, you need to choose 2 questions. So 2 topics related to quotes, proverb, famous saying by the personalities, some issues related to the society. Based on that, you will be having the topic. So you need to write 2 essays of 125 mark. So 250 is your score, 3 hours duration. And paper 2, GS 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, and 4. So 5 papers, 4 GS. General studies, again, same as I mentioned, there is no need of subject specialization. Generally, you need to study a combination of subjects to score 250. Right. So Indian heritage and culture, that is your part of history and geography of India and the world and Indian society. So 4 segments under your general studies 1. There you will have combination and distribution of marks. Out of 250, you need to score some 50 to 60%. Then GS2, governance and constitution, polity, social justice, and IR. So 5 parts of your syllabus. And third one is about science and tech, Indian economy, environment and ecology, internal security, disaster management. The question paper format is 20 questions they'll ask, 10 question into 10 mark, another 10 question into 15 mark. So 100 plus 150, 250 is your score. And all these 3 papers, you will be having 20 questions. And 20 questions you need to write compulsory. So 10 question, 150 is a word limit. And 20 question, 20 remaining 10 question, that is 15 mark question, 250 is the word limit. So GS4 is only one subject, that is ethics. There you will be having 2 sections. One is about your theoretical part, another one is about your case studies. So 250 you will be writing. And we do have around 25 subjects as optional subjects. We need to select one subject. That one subject carries 2 papers, that is paper 1 and paper 2. Overall, 1750 marks you need to write this examination. So knowing these many subjects, how come it is possible for us to do? Remember, in your degree, every semester you used to read more than 6 to 7 subjects, at least 5 subjects minimum. If you take 3 years of your degree, 4 years of degree, just calculate the number of subjects that you do have in your degree. There you only studied for the purpose of to get good marks. But here you are going to study to understand your country with respect to all these background subjects. That gives you the holistic approach of you to appear in front of the people, have the ability to solve their issues. That is the major intention. So there is no need of subject specialization, and do not worry about your syllabus, because UPSC wanted you to read a few portion of this subject, which is known as confined syllabus. I'm going to decode all the myths right after this, explanation. There I'll give you what exactly the UPSC is, right? So after clearing your, mains, then you will be eligible for interview. Remember, in preliminary, you do have 1/3 of negative marking based on your category cutoff you need to reach. The same thing apply in your mains examination also. Out of 1050, 1750, you need to reach some minimum cutoff based on your category. Then you will be moved towards your interview conducted by UPSC in New Delhi. So one member from the UPSC board, and you'll be having 3 to 4 officers accompany your chairperson. They'll check your leadership quality, presence of mind, your answering ability, your demographic dividend knowledge, current affairs, subject importance. Everything will be evaluated by the board for 20 to 30 minutes. So minimum they'll give 100 marks, maximum 200 out of 275. So final score 2025. Out of this, your final score will be calculated based on the mark that you scored in your mains as well as personality test. So again, category basis, every year vacancies, category basis, they'll allocate different type of services out of the list. Then you need to check your category and your marks. Based on that, you will get the service. So just see, actually, I just made this as a short. So okay, definitely we are going to impact in the future also. I'll give you the brief, information regarding the examination pattern along with the syllabus and how you can decode it. But we do have a main agenda of the session. This is our main agenda of the session. So what we are going to discuss here is, what are all the opportunities that the degree candidates once complete their degree in the government services, what kind of examination that conducted by the UPSC, how to build a strong foundation for preparing for the civil services examination, and how to start your preparation during your college days, and what are the challenges that in front of you and how you can tackle it with respect to the civil services examination, because these are all the major areas many aspirants are struggling to overcome, because many candidates have more interest towards the service, but they don't have a proper guidance. Even Pankaj sir also would like to give this topic to me to take. This would help the candidates. So I just added my points as well. We'll discuss one by one. Then we will decode what kind of struggle it is there and how we can tackle it. The first point, opportunities in government services. So my suggestion is, you must understand what are all the government services are available in our country. First of all, don't think that any one position that you are preparing are state services or any department examinations. First, you need to understand what are the type of services that we do have in our country. So government job is a common perspective among the people, which is available in different sectors. Government job means it's a permanent job, it's a safety, security, and everybody wants to enjoy the power and everybody wants to earn more money, more respect from the society, but that is not government job. Government service is about to serve the society, to fulfill the demand of the people, and make sure to fulfill the welfare of the state. That is the intention of recruitment by the government. Okay, so as I said, government jobs are available in different sectors such civil services, defense, postal services, banking, and even in teaching field as well. So about in India, the governance is more critical part. It's a part of the government only. So the government is formed by the politicians. The governance taken care by the bureaucrats. Government may change, but governance remains same. Remember, chief minister can become ex-chief minister, PM can become an ex-PM, but once you become IAS, you remain IAS only. And your posting is also going to be in a different stage, different kind of departments. Right. So the intention of the government job, you need to change the perspective first. Distribution and utilization of public services. We do have a lot of resources, distribution of resources, and how we are going to utilize of the public services. Because multiple departments are there, we are going to have a lot of power in our hand. Next, security services, to provide security services for the country as well. Okay, next one is about administrative services. To run a proper government, we do have, we should have centralized or decentralized form of government, because day-to-day activity of the government is taken care by the administrators only. So administrative service. So these are all the major intention why one supposed to prefer for the government job. To join in the public sector, there are few things you should keep in mind before taking it. One is your intention. What intention you'd have, like, you do have. For example, many issues are happening in the society that you get anger. Why it is happening? It is like injustice. We need to provide proper justice to them. Have power in your hand. If you want to do any reform in terms of women and child welfare, just focus on that area. You will be posted under the department as a secretary. Then frame a policy that will give benefit throughout the nation. So intention should be strong. Second, your target, where you want to be in the public service after some years. So for example, 15 years if you're serving, then where you want to be and which service that you are targeting for. Target always big, then it's easy for you to go ahead with all kind of government examinations. Third thing is very important. If you're preparing for the government, definitely failure, because it is not possible for you to clear in the first attempt itself. So I would like to keep this three things in your mind. One is intention, second one is target, third one is about consistency. Consistency is the key to success in matter of any field. Particularly in government services, you need to have that consistency so that it's possible for you to hold yourself throughout the journey. So what are the types of government jobs? So as I said, UPSC, that is Union Public Service Commission, conducting multiple examination. Next one is about SSC. This is for All India Service. SSC Staff Selection Commission for Central Services. Then state services, such Karnataka Public Service Commission, Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, Service Commission, Uttar Pradesh Public Service Commission. Likewise, all the state examinations have different services. Okay, next one, defense job. Many wanted to serve in the defense sector, irrespective of any branch, such Army, Air Force, Navy, like that, and banking jobs. Then teaching jobs and railway exams. Because the category I listed out here, majority of Indians are appearing for these kind of examination only, right? Particularly if you see SSC, they do have a lot of recruitments. And the beauty of preparation of this UPSC is the syllabus that you are going to read for the preparation, that will applicable to all other services. You just need to add on a few things. Other than that, not much differences. Then different examinations conducted by the UPSC. One is CSE, that is Civil Services Exam. Then NDA and NDA, National Defense Academy and Naval Academy. CDS, that is Combined Defense Services. Then Assistant Commandant CRPF, Combined Geoscientist and Indian Economic Services. So these are all the services that conducted by the UPSC. So just take a look of it. After the session, I'll share this PPT with Vivek, and Vivek will be sharing to all the groups as well. So this other examinations. Now coming to strong foundation. How to build a strong foundation? If you want to build an empire, you need to have a strong foundation. That is very, very important. Not only in your civil services, it applies in your personal life also. Right. The famous quote is, excellence is a habit, not an act. If you want to be excellence in any platform, it should be your habit. For example, you want to familiar with current affairs mean, you need to start reading current affairs on daily basis. That should become your habit. Habit means you adopt some activity in your life, in your regular life, that is going to continue throughout your life journey. And it's not an act. Then at the same time, one cannot achieve perfection, especially an aspirant who is like novice for the CSE, that is Civil Services Examination. See, don't try to be perfect, and it is not possible in perfect in being perfect in everywhere, but you can achieve the perfection when you start doing things with the proper consistency. Then UPSC foundation definitely helps in development of the aspirants for the holistic perspective towards all the subjects that is required for any competitive examination. Right now, these are all the steps to make your foundation strong. First one is about getting familiar with UPSC syllabus. First and foremost rule in IAS examination, just download the syllabus from UPSC website, read the syllabus thoroughly, understand the syllabus, because it is very important for all aspirants who are appearing for this examination to familiar with the syllabus. And I can say you're supposed to mug up it. Multiple subjects are there. The big problem for the aspirants, how to segregate the syllabus and subjects. If you are familiar with the syllabus, which is confined by the UPSC, it is very easy for you to have a hold over your preparation. That is the first and foremost important step any aspirant is supposed to take. Second one, to make your basics strong, you need to go through your NCERT books. I can understand multiple candidates used to read this book in their school time itself, but the NCERT for your UPSC preparation, it's not like how you prepared in your school timings. Because the NCERT gives the basic foundation to all of your competitive examination, not only for IAS, even it applies for all other examination as well. The humanities subjects, particularly if you take history, geography, economy, polity, environment, general science, society, in all these subjects, if you want to decode your syllabus, if you want to read your syllabus properly as given by the UPSC, you need to have a proper idea about what the subject is exactly. You need to know all the terminologies about the basic concepts, and also you need to have a proper stronghold of the NCERTs to make your preparation easy. Because general studies syllabus, it is completely different compared to your prelims. And whatever the subject that you are going to read, it is going to apply in all three stages of your examination, such prelims, mains, as well as interview. Right. Next, choosing your optional. Optional subject plays a key role. Remember, 1,750 mark, you can divide into 3 parts. One is your GS paper, around 750 marks. I'm just taking 3 GS paper, GS1, GS2, GS3, and your essay. So 250 marks. Then your optional alone, one subject, 500 marks. So if you give concentrate towards your optional, then 35 to 40% of your score is already done. So whoever did their undergraduation, planning for the post-graduation, we do have parameters to choose your optional subject. But choosing your optional by the time of your degree itself gives you more convenient time to prepare. And optional plays a key role because it carries around 500 marks as a whole, 252 papers with one subject. Then reading newspaper on regular basis. UPSC mains as well as prelims, they will not ask you directly from the subject, which means no questions like in your school or college. What they used to do is they will take a basic concept, they'll interlink that with the current affairs, they'll ask your opinion to write it. For that purpose, you need to have a proper knowledge regarding what exactly happened in the country regarding the subjects which was listed under your UPSC. So that reading newspaper on regular basis is important. Then practice through previous year questions. See, no repetition of question in the UPSC, but the concept can be asked in a different way. For that purpose, you need to go through the previous year question paper to understand the trend, how they are asking, what kind of statement they are forming. Assess and match the following statement-based question, like what is the difficulty level, whether it is easy or moderate or like not difficult, and what is the cutoff. Everything can be easily recognized by yourself on your own by going through the previous year questions. Then making notes is also very important. N number of subjects, you need to refer multiple books, you need to attend classes, you need to prepare on your own, but how you are going to use that in the end of your preparation. Because when the examination is going to happen, you need to do proper revision of all the subjects. So that revision area, your own notes will be more convenient compared to the notes given by any person or books or any reference books, right? So make your own notes and revising the notes and syllabus again and again. Multiple revisions gives you more concentrate over the topics and gives more hold towards your preparation. Remember, revising your notes, whatever written on your hand, then you will come out from the anxiety of remembering things. Sir, these many subjects and vast amount of syllabus, then how come it's possible for us to remember everything? Don't worry about remembering. Remembering is not at all applicable for your UPSC. Only thing is revising. Revise it multiple times. Automatically, it's possible for you to gather the information from your mind to write a proper answer. Then practice the answer writing. 85% of your results, which lays under your mains examination only. Your prelims and interview in the first and last stage, the central figure, that is your mains examination. So from the day one of your preparation, read the NCERT, take out the exercise question from the last of your chapter and start write your answer. Because construction of your answer, presentation, content placement, value addition, word limit, everything together, you have 250 marks for each paper. So answer writing is very important skill for your preparation. Then final, get a proper guidance or coaching. Coaching or guidance, it is mandatory. Because from my personal experience, initial stage of my life, when I started my preparation, I'm talking about my UPSC life, I couldn't able to understand what exactly the syllabus is, what has to read, what not to read, and how to make notes, which reference book I need to prefer, because that time, not at all like now, around 2011 and 2012 and all, there is no much information available on internet. Whatever the information that we want to get from the institute or any guidance only. But nowadays, again, that become a problem. Vast amount of resource availability in the internet. So that leads the aspirants comes under the confusion. Which one is best? Which I can prefer? Like that, they keep on spending time to fix their material itself. So you need to get a proper guidance and a proper coaching in which way you need to go to achieve your dream to become an IAS. Right. So these are all the steps you need to keep it in your mind for the purpose of your UPSC preparation. Everybody following me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Just raise your hands and
Yes,
sir. So yeah, fine. Moving towards the next part. What are all the challenges and how to tackle it? So first of all, sir, how to start my IAS preparation? Add on to that, when to start? So my first answer, when you get the thought of preparing IAS in your mind, that moment is the right moment to start your IAS preparation. Do not keep any Paurnami or Amavasya, like, don't look into the calendar. This month first, this week first, I'll start my preparation. That is like, you should skip that. You just keep one thing in your mind. When you have the thought coming to your mind that I want to do my IAS preparation, that moment itself, you need to start your preparation. Then how to start it? Okay, get a proper guidance or get a proper coaching, because UPSC, it is about process. It is not about completion. Remember this. It's a journey. It's a process, not about completion. Completion will not at all applicable for the UPSC. So the process is 2 years. 1 year you need to be in the process of studying. Another one, you have to be in the process of examination. And UPSC CSE, which is popularly known as pre-fixed examination. Your examination fixed by the UPSC 1 year before itself. You guys are targeting for 2024, means 2023 May month itself your date got fixed. May 26 your prelims, September 20th is your mains examination. So 2024 May and September is your prelims and mains examination that got fixed in the year of 2023 itself. So you need to start your preparation right now. 1 year you need to do a proper preparation to have a foundation of your GS and your optional subject, everything you have to cover. Second year is about your exam process. February, every year, February, they'll release the notification. Notification is nothing but you will get to know about how many vacancies, number of posts of that particular year. And, you have to apply. That's a process. So prelims, it's going to be in your 2024 May, May, and mains 2024 September, and April 2025 is going to be your personality test interview next year. Your final results come in the month of May 2025. So 2023, if you're starting your preparation, means your result is going to announce in the year of 2025. You need to understand this properly. So how and when means you need to keep these factors in your mind before starting. Next, importance of clearing the papers. Many candidates used to have doubt in their mind. Sir, is it mandatory that some percentage has to clear in all the papers? No, that is absolutely no, because your GS 1, 2, 3, 4 and your optional including SA all together out of 1,750, how much you are scoring, that is going to be your final score. It is not like you need to score some 30% in paper 1, 50% in paper 2, not like that. There is no percentage of clearing. Combination of all your marks from each and every paper from GS, from SA to your optional will be calculated together. Then, as I said, voluminous syllabus. I agree, 100% I agree on this part. Yes, it is voluminous, mammoth syllabus, vast. How we are going to decode it, that is a matter. Because if you want to read the history subject, it is not at all possible for you to complete it. Because ancient, medieval, modern, post-independence, art and culture, world history. If you want to read the complete constitution, it is not possible. If you want to read your complete budget and economy survey, it's not possible. If you want to read the complete, physical feature, that is geography of India, world and your state, it's not possible. But what is possible? UPSC come up with the confined syllabus. Just go through the syllabus after this session. If you want to download the syllabus as per the paper, you can visit our academy website and you can download the syllabus from the website itself. So go through the syllabus. They used to give only a few parts from that particular subject. I'll give you an example of your modern history of India. Modern history, arrival of Europeans, steps taken by the British government, how the government, British government occupied India, what kind of reforms made by the British people for the Indians, how India fought for the independence. These are the 5 major areas comes under one part of your syllabus. By seeing that itself, you can easily understand what has to be read for that particular topic. Then you can keep one reference book, read it multiple times, then it gives you more familiar towards the concepts. Instead of that, Sir, Indian polity Lakshmikant I'll take, and DD Basu also I'll take class notes also. I download some notes from the internet, then which one I have to read. So downloading and collecting itself, it takes time. So keep one resource and read it multiple times. So the syllabus, if you want to overcome this, you need to decode it. So in our academy, we do exclusive session over decoding of syllabus. Next one is availability of smaller mock tests. Sectional wise test, topic wise test, it is not available. Day basis, quiz basis, or only basis, throughout the GS paper only available. So what is the problem here is the unit test kind of thing is not available. So subject based and paper based like that only it is available, not topics based. So what topics you read, you want to evaluate yourself means you need to have a proper test series for it. Okay, even in our academy, we do provide class test, whatever the topics covered on this particular week, so that it's easy for the candidate can do the evaluation of their preparation. Remember, if you are preparing for the IAS examination, the only way to evaluate your productivity by taking up the test series, by taking class test, regular basis. So that is very important. Next one is about devoting time. Biggest myth ever in the UPSC history. 15 hours in a day, 20 hours in a day. So more number of hours if I study, then I become IAS. No, absolutely no. If you're spending 15 hours sitting in front of your book, 100% no. You tell me, your brain have the capability of concentrating as per the psychology 20 minutes, complete concentration 20 minutes. We are living in a modern world. Okay, not even 10 minutes able to concentrate nowadays because of WhatsApp, Instagram, any other distraction, right? So the devoting time here is about your productive time. Productive time means where you can spend 2 or 3 hours in a day with 100% of mindfulness and concentration. Mindfulness and concentration. Even you can read one chapter in a day, that's fair enough, but you should not get any kind of doubts or any difficulty in terms of answering the question of the topic. That is the intention. Devoting time means spend 2-3 hours in a day also fine, but that has to be consistent, and also you need to spend the time with a proper mindfulness and concentration. Then setting schedule and timetable. See, it's highly recommendable because even we do classes like that, and even we do mentoring like that. But what I'm trying to convey here is, if you are putting up timetable, that should not be a burden for you. For example, you are taking some 10 chapters in a day. I want to complete it, and there will be a separate timetable you are keeping it for your study purpose. When you are not able to complete your timetable, which was defined by yourself, then automatically you will get stressed. I'm not able to continue. I'm not able to complete it. I don't know what to do. So don't take that stress. I'm suggesting you to keep the timetable subject basis, and the timeline don't fix it. So make it as a learning process. Setting up a schedule, it is about how the structured way that you are going to approach. When I'm going to spend time over my current affairs, when I'm going to spend my time over the optional subject, when I'm going to practice my CSAT part, when I'm going to give time towards my general studies. So you need to do, properly, you have to schedule based on your preparation, and timetable should be keep by yourself, but it should not give pressure to you. Just focus on the subjects instead of the timing, or you can, putting up some schedule and, end line. Don't put end for that. Okay, so just do a process of learning. Then self-study or coaching, which is preferable, which I can do. Self-study is fine, but again, it takes a lot of time. But I would suggest to take at least one time coaching to get a proper guidance, what has to be read, what has not to be read, how to write your answers, how to read your newspapers, current affairs, everything. Then financial aid, like support. Financial support is very, very important because you know about the cost effective, you know about the culture, like how the people used to spend money to pursue their IAS examination. Since you guys are lucky that you are with Vidyadhan, and we are also here to do a proper services for the socio-economic background students with a good caste that can pursue their great education in our academy. That is the intention. So moving towards the next part, it is about why to choose your UPSC preparation during your degree, which gives you time. That's important. You can divide your preparation into first year, second year, third year, fourth year. Okay, if it is new education policy, fourth year. So you need to segregate first year for the basics, or second year for your optional, third year for your GS, like that. And also it helps you to perform well in your degree examination also. When you start preparing for your IAS examination, your technique of study and your technique of approach, everything changes. And you will get a unique way of preparing for your degree as well. That gives you more weightage also. Right? So taking up this degree, during the degree or after the degree, you can plan your preparation accordingly. So it is about our academy related to the scholarship test that we do provide every year. So this scholarship test was conducted in the last, month of last month we conducted, and it is about our 1,500 scholarship given since 2017 from Dr. Rajkumar Academy for Civil Services. Then free scribe services also we used to provide. And if you want to be volunteer, yes, around 1,000, 100, volunteers so far we gave. And this is about our classroom and the infrastructure. Yes, now very important part that you can get some kind of motivation. Inspirational story. Okay, I have couple of candidates from our academy and few candidates from all over India. So Mr. Chelluvraj, this year cleared IAS examination from our academy, scored around, he got around 200 plus and he become IAS now. So what the specific I want to say about Mr. Chelluvraj is, completely took his education from the Karnataka background and also the Kannada background and also rural background. So he struggled, and also he pursuing his preparation from his school time and also after the college also. So consistent preparation make him to get success. And even he cleared the KS examination. At the same time, he cleared his IAS examination also. So what is the point I'm trying to convey here is, if you're preparing for one examination, definitely that gives you a key to open for other examination as well. Next one about Meghna IIS, Indian Information Service, also from Dr. Rajkumar Academy for Civil Services. As I said, ma'am also cleared KS as well as now. Yes, Indian Information Service. Moving towards all over India, Govind Jaiswal, who ranked 48. So see, Rikshawala son, who become IAS officer. That is inspiration you can take. And about Tina Dabi, I think Prakar Pandey sir was mentioning, in Engage, 22-year-old, first attempt, because she started her preparation from the school time and also college, then it's possible to crack the IAS examination first attempt itself. Then you have Ansa Sheikh, auto driver's son, who cracked the examination 2025. Remember, he became an IAS officer at the age of 21. Next, Kuldeep Dwivedi is a son of Lucknow University guard. He's more popular personality there, and because he completely studied in Hindi medium, and he got credit of books to prepare for his examination. So that much dedication that he gave, and finally he succeeded in that examination. And 2014, IAS topper, 2014 topper, Ira Singha. Very inspiring story, because physical disability she got in initial stage, but people said that it's because of your physical disability. But again, she appeared for the UPSC examination. She cracked this examination, All India rank 1. So she got IAS. Then K. Jayaganesh from Tamil Nadu. So he was worked as a waiter in restaurant. By the lesser time he started preparing his IAS, then he became an officer. Then Taylorson, who cracked IAS examination. And Beno Zafai becomes first 100% blind officer. Now she's working as a IFS, Indian Forest Service. Okay, likewise, you can take all these stories and just check how they struggled to become an IAS officer and how they started their journey, everything, right? So this is the important motto. Labasna motto itself, Sheelam, it's a character is the highest virtue. Character is the highest virtue. Sheelam Paramabhushanam, which is attaining by an individual to work for the people, society, and country. That training given by Labasna, whoever cracking this examination on every year basis. Right. And also, you can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. So just start your journey, start your learning process, because it is not 1 year or 2 years. It is about your continued journey. Right. So that's all from my side. Now we'll keep 15 to 20 minutes for clarifying your doubt. I hope you guys got good information. Now you can ask all of your question in your chat box. So we'll read it out and we'll give you the explanation.
Sir, just 1 minute, sir.
Yes.
Thank you for the wonderful session, sir. Meera ma'am wants to give her input, sir.
Yes.
Dear everyone, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, I would like to invite Meera Rajivan, National Program Director, STF, to give a special inputs to the students. Meera ma'am has over 22 years of experience in the IT industry. She joined Vidyadhan 9 years back to build the Vidyadhan portal and scale up the program across India. Ma'am, please, ma'am.
Thank you, Vivek. And I want to take this opportunity to appreciate and thank the Rajkumar IAS Academy members, Mr. Puvendan, Ms. Rupali. I don't know if I have missed out anybody. Thank you so much for taking your time and explaining about the process and what are the options out there in front of the students. I think you covered all the aspects in depth, and you have also talked about the inspiring stories of several IAS aspirants. And I think it will provide a very good framework for our students who are interested in pursuing, a career in civil service. And like you mentioned, civil service is not only about IAS or IPS, but it's also about other options that are available at the state level and central level also. I had one question for you. So we all talk about, people trying again and again and trying to get in. But at the end of the day, from 14 lakhs, I understand probably 4,000 or less than that clears the 14,000 clears the preliminary, right? So how much time can you give the students? How would you advise students when to stop? I believe it is important to know when to stop as well. Especially if you do not have the financial muscle. I have seen several students or scholars or aspirants who have completely focused on it for a very large number of years, and after that they are neither here nor there. They don't have any experience, and nor do they have the ability to crack the civil service examination. So it's a very difficult situation for them. So how do you make sure that it is sustainable, that energy that we have in the beginning, it is sustainable, and at the same time, how can the students take a logical decision, okay, I have tried, I have given it my best, and when do I stop it?
Okay. Fine. Actually, I would like to start from the first question, preparing for more number of years, the preparation time period is any candidate who's appearing for this IAS examination, mandatory at least 2 years. 2 years of their time they need to spend. As I explained, one is the process, second one is about their examination pattern. And taking up this course, as 14 to 16 lakh people appear for the preliminary examination. And in the society, there was a myth related to the civil services examination. If somebody is preparing means they get the tag of civil service aspirant. So just they wanted to know what exactly it is. And the real competition out of 100% lays under the 5% only. 14 lakh people, they are going to compete with the 5% only, which means the people who prepared for this examination 2 to 3 years, appeared for mains examination, gave their interview, faculties, mentors. So their competition is very high. They need to understand the nature of their competitors. And serious preparation is required. If you take the candidates who started their preparation in the month of August, they will not have the proper consistency in the month of November and December. So they need to have a proper consistency. Second thing, I would like suggest there is no stop in UPSC CSE, because even I can take myself as an example. I started my preparation 2010. So now it's 2023. Even almost one attempt left for me. So I started, giving my knowledge to the candidates who are appearing for the government examination. So what they can do is they just start their preparation. They want to start their preparation means they need to have a proper plan and proper guidance, and there should be a seriousness in their examination as well. And they need to dedicate their time exclusively for their preparation. That makes them more comfortable over their preparation, ma'am. That is first point. Then second part I'm coming to, when they can stop means, I would like to suggest whoever preparing for the IAS examination, they must write all other government examination as well. That is more important thing. I always stress each and every aspirants, because their syllabus they are going to prepare, and who are prepared in the UPSC, definitely it helps them to crack their state service. I prepared for UPSC. I went for my state service. I went till interview. The syllabus is like relevant. They can filter few examination which have a lot of relevant towards the other services as well. And the candidates whoever got more interest towards the CSAT part, civil services aptitude test, where basic level math will be there. They can give little bit concentration over the math part, and they can go for the SSC level, and they can appear for the banking exams also. Then different other examinations also there. So one suggestion is prepare for UPSC, get into any government services, then continue your journey for IAS. Even the IPS officers also wanted to become IAS. Even IPS officers, whoever got the rank of that IPS, they again want to prepare, and they want to give the IAS examination. My suggestion is UPSC civil service, it's not going to stop. The preparation is not going to stop. The preparation is the journey. It's a journey, it's a learning process. But my suggestion, they can go for the other government services which have the proper background of the UPSC, and definitely that will help to crack other part of the examination as well.
Okay, thank you. So I hope all of you will ask the questions that are there in your mind, and make sure that you start preparing from today if you are really serious about it. Probably, I wouldn't recommend that you neglect your current graduation, undergraduate studies. Your focus currently should be to finish that completely, but you can side by side start preparing on the general studies or general knowledge and things like that. And after that, probably work for a year or so that you have some financial footing before you get into this full-fledged preparation, and which will take, like he said, around 2 to 3 times at least, 2 to 3 years at least before you clear that. And have all these options in mind, not just IAS, but have the other options that he mentioned as well. Okay, thank you so much. So please continue with the question answer session. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Students, now the platform is open for question and answer sessions.
Sir, where can we download the study materials to prepare?
Yes, any questions? So let me check the chat box.
Sir, I have consolidated the questions in the chat box, sir.
Yeah, please.
The first question is like, in the prelims, what languages the questions will be there. English and Hindi only, or other
in preliminary
regional
examination, the question paper in bilingual, Hindi and English.
Yeah, sir. And 2 questions regarding engineering services, sir. The first thing is, what is the best books for in IAS exam preparation?
Okay.
And the another thing is, like, the student is a computer science background, and can the student write ECE and EEE papers in the IAS examination?
Okay, see, in IAS you have the combination. Okay, you have the combination. Based on the combination only, you can choose the things, like, I'll give you the combination also. Just a moment. I'll give you the combination as well, so that you'll get an idea. So as we mentioned, the question is, what is it? Come again, please, Vivek.
Yes,
Civil.
sir. So what is the best books for preparing IAS? And the student from computer science background, can the student write ECE and EEE paper in IAS examination?
Okay, so computer science student, can I write the ECE or EEE paper
in IAS?
In IAS exam. Okay.
Hello, sir. Can I come again? Hello, it's Akshay from Rajkumar Academy.
Hi, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm very fine, sir. It's very glad to have you, sir.
Yeah, same here, sir. Thank you. Yes, the question is that those who are coming from computer science background, they can write, sir. They can write IES, Indian Engineering Service, in electrical or other technical subject as well. There is no restriction as such.
Yes,
Yeah,
civil,
thank you.
electrical, mechanical, and electronics and telecommunication.
Yeah, thank you,
And
sir.
also, yes, civil, sir. They, computer science, they can write.
Yeah, sure, sir. Sir, another question is like, where can they get the materials and how to prepare the notes by themselves?
Okay. First question is material.
Where can they get their materials?
Okay, right. See, materials are available online. Even you can download the PDF files, and there are few books to be referred for the different subjects. So it's a big list. So you can get it online, not an issue. And second thing, it is about your preparation, note making.
Yes, sir.
Self notes. Okay. See, first of all, I would like to say note making is an art in terms of your IAS examination, because vast syllabus, number of subjects, you need to have a proper note making skill as well. Note making idea is simple. When you read something, if you are understanding the concept, take it as a short. But where you are not understanding the concept, whether you need some kind of push, that area only you need to give more concentration over the notes. And notes should be concise, and it should not be copied from the book. Read the concept, understand, and write on your own with your own language, so that it helps you to do proper revision from your own writings. Because in UPSC, we do conduct a separate session for how to make notes as well.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Another question, sir. What is the best optional paper for getting good marks?
Okay. See, all the subjects are good subjects only. We do have different parameters to choose the optional subject in CSE. So I'd like to say 4 points. First point is, if you want to choose optional, first preference that about your degree background. If you completed your master's, for example, in economy, you completed your master's means you can go ahead with your optional subject as economy only, right? because the syllabus which framed by the UPSC, it's an intermediary level between undergraduation and post-graduation. So that helps you a lot. That is the first point. Second thing is very important because it is related to your overlapping with general studies. If you are choosing any one subject as your optional, how it is overlapping with your general studies as well. For example, if you are preferring to take a sociology as your optional, general studies 1 Indian society, general studies 2 social justice, GS3 it is about your economy, GS4 in ethics also. Because society based we have many economy policies. Society based we do have different law made by our legislatures. Likewise, you need to consider overlapping of your general studies. Third thing is about the source availability. You need to check about the source availability and the faculties and the test series and whether it is like feasible for you to read that subject and own interest. Last category, it is related to your own interest, because I am from IT background, but I took my public admin as my optional. Then I changed into history because it's related to your own interest. If you are got more hold over any subject that you want to go ahead with your option, means you can prefer that as well. And also preferable of seeing or checking your previous year question paper of your optional, which is you are preferring for, and also previous year questions. Read the complete syllabus, check out the question and analyze that is possible for you to take it up or not, like that. So just 4 parameters I gave. So based on that, you can check your optional and also trend. How many people choose that subject as optional and what is the success rate and what topper suggest based on the trend.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yes.
So another question, like the comparison of UPSC CSE and IFOS examination and IES, the syllabus and exam pattern for these 3 examinations.
Okay. See, for civil services and forest services, only one examination, that is your prelims. Only one paper will be prelims, but only changes mains only used to change. Like for example, in civil services, I explained you the pattern, and in the forest service, you need to choose 2 optional subjects. In civil services, 1 optional subject. In forest service, you need to choose 2 optional subjects. Other than that, general knowledge paper and language paper will be there. Other than that, nothing. Everything remains same. That's the difference between your CSE and forest service. Preliminary, you're going to write both, both services, 1 examination. Mains, there will be a difference. 2 options you need to choose along with general awareness and language paper. In forest service, there's 9 papers in your state, CSE. Then IES also same thing. You have a separate examination for it, which is conducted by the UPSC, and there's a separate, pattern will be there for the examination.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So another question, how to manage the timings while preparing for the UPSC during college days?
Okay, see, I completely understand your concern, because you have to give concentration towards your degree preparation as well. What you can do is you just segregate the timing. I don't know from which year you are in. You need to come up with the segregation of time. For example, you can keep in a day 2 to 3 hours only for the civils. That should be in consistency way. Every day 2 to 3 hours, just decode the syllabus, take out the subject, read and check your previous year question, practice some questions from the previous year, then start doing your preparation. Okay, that is the only way that you can utilize your college time period for your preparation. See, when we do preparing our examination, when we get bored of reading general studies, we always read the current affairs. When we get bored, then we move to optional subjects. Likewise, we segregate our preparation. So every day 2 to 3 hours consistently you can prefer, take the syllabus, decode it, divide into the subjects, start with the priority. If you start reading with the priority, it gives you more confidence towards your preparation. Start from history, followed by that polity, followed by that economy, then geography, environment, society. By last, you can keep art and culture and world history. Cover these subjects during your college time. Yes. Any other doubts? Any other questions?
Yes, sir. So another question.
How to remember the historical date and wars? And this perspective, or no, it's common with the aspirants' mind. Why? See, I'm telling you one thing. Terminologies are not that much important for the IAS preparation with respect to the subject history. Okay. And coming to the second point, terminologies are very important only in the modern history of India, particularly the events which started from the time of British towards the independence. And I'll give you a good idea to remember your years. Start reading what exactly happened and make the timeline in one single sheet. For example, Gandhian era. Gandhi came to India in the year of 1915. What is the contribution of Gandhi till 1920? Make a timeline. Read all the details, then go back to the year. And wars fought by the British is very important. Other than that, major wars only you need to study. UPSC will not ask you Battle of Panipat happened which year. But UPSC will ask the question, why the Battle of Panipat took place in Haryana? What are the reasons? Why the kings preferred that place to fight against their enemies? Likewise, only they'll ask. So do not worry about the terminologies, your chronology as well as the war, remembering things. See, reverse study technique you can apply here. In history, reverse technique may apply. You may apply the reverse technique, reading the provisions, reading the stories, then go back to the year. Then it's easy for you to remember. Just try it once. Give it a try. You will easily, get that touch. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Students, is anyone having doubts? Please come.
Rajkumar Academy coaching online, both the mode we do provide coaching.
I think because sir replied.
Okay, so does UPSC syllabus changes every year? No, from 2014, yes, it's not been changed. So scoring optional for chartered accountancy students. See, as I told you, all the subjects which listed by the UPSC as optional subjects are scoring only. It is about how you perform. Okay, any backlog affects for UPSC clearing? Yes, because you need to submit your degree certificate by the time of your interview, 100%, because you're supposed to get graduation, but percentage is not a matter. You need to clear your degree. Percentage, it's not a matter, but you need to have a degree by the time of appearing for your interview. What are the main things to note when reading newspaper daily? First and foremost important thing is, if you want to read the newspaper on regular basis, thorough the syllabus of UPSC, then it is easy for you to identify the topic comes under which GS. So in GIST, I'll give you home page, continuation of home page, then the South News, 3 pages of news, page number, I think 8, 9, and 10. Then go ahead with your world, then economic. These are all the major pages to be covered for your CSE preparation. How difficult is it for a BTech computer science student to crack UPSC who is in first year of his graduation? So you decided it is difficult when you are in the first year. Okay. Definitely there will be a difficulty. See, you are in the first year of graduation, I think so. Yes, that's the question. How difficult is it for a BTech computer science student to crack UPSC who in first year of his graduation? Actually, being in first year, it is not difficulty, it is your value added and benefit. To appear for the civil services examination, degree is mandatory. You are in the first year of your degree. You can utilize the time of the rest of years to start your preparation from the early period. Then it is highly possible for you to crack IAS examination first attempt. So it is not difficult. It is like good thing that you are going to start your preparation from the first year itself. Magazines are important for UPSC exams. Okay, yes, magazines are important. Two magazines which released by the government of India, that is Yojana and Kurukshetra. That is important for you to know the significance of the activity by the government. Apart from that, to improve your article, improve your article skill and writing your essay and understanding the holistic problem of that particular month, you can stick with one magazine name called Frontline. Frontline magazine you can prefer for the purpose of your essay writing. How to read and note down the optional subjects. Okay. See, optional subjects, the list of optional subjects are there. You just prefer 2-3 subjects of your own convenient. Go through the syllabus. You can download that in the website of our academy or any, you can go to UPSC website itself. Then download your previous year question paper of the particular subject. Then start reading it. Then you can come up with the process of note down. What exactly the syllabus is like, expecting from the aspirants, and what exactly the source that you need to prefer. Like that, you can go ahead. What is the best optional subject for a computer science student? Best
Sir,
optional
I think
subject.
that is a repeating question.
Yeah, repeating question. I think we addressed it. Yes.
You have given some 4 basic things to decide the optional paper. Based on that, the students can decide their best option.
Yes.
Students, anyone having doubts?
Any other questions? What is the best optional, Vicky?
Again, the same.
We can do one special session for it. Okay, what is optional and how to prepare for optional, and okay, what is the best optional? Definitely, we'll do it one. We'll do it again.
Yes, sir. And I think all the doubts were cleared, sir.
So I think all queries addressed, right? Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. It's like a wonderful, informative, and knowledgeable session.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Vivek.
Hi, sir. Good evening, sir.
Hi, Vivek. Yeah. So I just wanted to come in and thank the Dr. Rajkumar Academy team. So Puvendan, Naveen, Akshay, thank you so much. And I've been traveling, so I could just when traveling, I could listen to you all talk, and 1 or 2 points for the students that like Puvendan said, he has kind of detailed it very well. The way you could be joining as a civil servant, it could be the first job you get. It could very often be a job you do is the second job or the third job you get. So this is talking about the future, like Puvendan said. The civil services preparation enables you to appear for a range of examinations. It could be, Indian Forest Service, because by UPSC, we generally mean civil service examination. The UPSC is a body which conducts the civil services examination, which conducts other examinations too, like the Indian Engineering Service or Indian Forest Service, which can only be taken by science graduates, for example, the Indian Forest Service. A person doing BA will not be able to appear for the Indian Forest Service examination. You need a BSc degree. But for the Indian Engineering Service, you need an engineering degree, and so on and so forth. At some point, they also join together. So like Puvendan said, all India services, not all India services are covered through the civil services examination. The Indian Forest Service examination is conducted by the UPSC, but is a separate examination. And then you become part of the all India services, which are 3 in number, which is IAS, IPS, and Indian Forest Service, and in which you are basically you have a home cadre, whether it could be Uttar Pradesh or it could be Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, where basically you spend a lot of your service time, and from there you could go on deputation to the center. So that way, that is the way it works. So, in reply to Mira's question, comment, what Puvendan said was is very important, is that, there is a 2-year time period. I think this time period is very critical. 1 year is for preparing for, this vast range of subjects and all. And the second year is taking the examination. Because, it is possible to take both IES and, So you can take Indian Forest Service, Indian Economic Service, IES. The IES is basically the civil services examination. Under civil services, a whole range of, so the academy would be able to guide you better. But what Puvendan was saying was that it's very important is that these 2 years you need to, devote 1 year preparing and 1 year you keep on preparing yourself while taking the examination. Beyond that, if you get a job, take that job, because, whether it's, because of your CSAT, all of you would be, many of you would be science students. So if you take, say, a probationary officer's job in a bank, or you could take a job in the state service, Andhra Pradesh state service, and there again the whole range of services in the state service, and there is a state public service commission also. So, and then you can once you're prepared, then you can keep taking the civil service examination with a little bit of preparation. So the 1 year of preparation might be, you really have to be committed towards, covering all the syllabus and all. And then, you can do a job which will give you confidence, work experience, and, so that you don't totally kind of, entirely, spend 4-5 years, year after year, preparing for the examination, which could happen sometimes, because given the ratios of. So, that was just an observation, and thank you very much, Dr. Rajkumar Academy. Yeah, Vivek.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Ma'am, Rupali ma'am, would you like to give your inputs, ma'am?
Yeah, thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Pankaj sir, for that, quick last closing notes and brief insight. I think Puvendan sir has pretty much covered everything that, a new aspirant should know. So, I mean, we look forward to as many students really preparing for the civil services. And as you rightly mentioned, Pankaj sir, I think many people will be able to attempt even other government exams. The options and horizons open up very wide and far once you prepare for the civil services. And if they prepare for these state central government civil service, they could also go and attempt in their state services exams as well. So that way, it would really help them. So, I mean, I'm glad the students were very interactive. I'm very happy because they were raising their hands, asking questions. They all know now what is Labasna, and it's a mission Labasna. So it's very nice. And Dr. Rajkumar Academy is there to support. And even if somebody is not able to take a course but just needs mentorship, some kind of guidance, they are most welcome to visit us or reach out to us, and we will even provide them online support. However, but we just want them to start their preparation and their journey.
Thank you very much, Rupali. Thank you so much for arranging this webinar, and it's a very big thing for all of us, for the Vidyadhan students and the Vidyadhan team.
I also congratulate Vivek. When he came, he was so passionate when he spoke to us, explained about Vidyadhan, and I think the credit goes to Vivek here because he was able to convince us and show us that yes, something is possible. So congratulations, Vivek, and this is just one step forward with your leadership and proactive approach. And I think with this attitude, you will really go far, and it applies for everybody.
Thank you very much,
Vivek.
Thank
Vivek,
you, sir.
Thank you so much.
The success of this webinar based on our all teamwork, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
And
Thank you
on
Next steps, do you want to just say, or maybe Vivek can discuss with Puvendan sir?
yes,
Do you
yes,
check
ma'am.
contacts or something like that? I don't know how you would like to gather some student data, Vivek, but maybe Puvendan sir and you can be in touch. And
Sure, ma'am.
you have any questions, any suggestions, any inputs, more than welcome to drop us a note and call for a meeting. We will be there to assist.
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you,
ma'am.
Rupali. Yeah. So Vivek will need to chart a course ahead so that take this
sure,
further.
sir.
And Rupali, we'll be having an annual meeting in Bangalore sometime in September. So maybe some of us plan to come over and meet you all personally.
Very happy to host you, Pankaj sir. Please do drop into our academy. We will have you pick. We are in Vijayanagar, and I think Puvendan sir will be here. I will be here. Akshay sir is also going to be there. So all of us will be very happy to meet you. You can also take a look at the classrooms, our curriculums, and all of the physical aspects of the academy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. On behalf of Vidyadhan team and Vidyadhan students, we would like to thank again once more Dr. Rajkumar Academy for Civil Services. Now I would like to call Sulochana, Program Associate at Vidyadhan, to give a vote of thanks.
So before that, on behalf of Dr. Rajkumar Academy for Civil Services, all the very best for the aspirants. And thank you so much, Pankaj sir and Vivek, to coordinate this and make it success. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Sulochana, please.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Finally, thank you all for all this joining this meeting. I would like to thank Mr. Prakar Pandey sir for giving wonderful and useful and tips and guidelines to all the students. As sir told that the three weapons, dedication, hard work, and smart work and sacrifice, are the main to achieve anything in our lives. Thank you, sir, for your valuable words, and also very thankful to Dr. Rajkumar Civil Services Academy, Rupali ma'am, Puvendan sir, Akshay sir, and the team. We are very happy to collaborating with you, and thank you for collaborating with us and making this happen. And very special to our Meera ma'am and Pankaj sir for everlasting continuous support. And thank you all the Vidyadhan team family members and Vidyadhan students for all joining this meeting. And all the best all. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
So, dear all Vidyadhan family members, as we conclude the Vidyadhan Civil Services Club's webinar with Dr. Rajkumar Academy for Civil Services, I express my sincere gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you all. We will be notifying you the further updates. Now, I ask all the students to leave the meeting. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this golden opportunity.
Thank you. Welcome.